Mayawati in UP. Do you see that happening? And Ram, very quickly.
Congress should become much less arrogant in dealing with its allies. But this is a good start for it because they'll be together. I think there's a very good chance that JDS and Congress will be together in Karnataka and also elsewhere. So and that that helps the opposition against the BJP, no question about it. Just what happened in UP, Mayawati and Akhilesh coming together, could happen elsewhere, and that increases the chances of keeping, the opposition keeping the BJP out next time. Don't forget that last time they won on the basis of 30% of the popular vote, which is the lowest any party that's had a majority of seats in the Lok Sabha has ever had in the history of elections in India, independent India anyway. So I think this it needs to be discussed in greater depth.
Indeed,
again, also do that in 1989, the Congress, Rajiv Gandhi they emerged as the single largest party, by far the single largest party, took the position, decided not to stake a claim to form the government. So it's not always that the Congress has done what the BJP did right now. And I gave the example of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who's invited to form the government, and I don't think they resorted to any horse trading and so on. They were independents. So I think they did, you have to look at this much more closely.
Okay. On that note, I'm afraid I'll have to cut across live to Rahul Gandhi and to Randeep Surjewala as they address the media. I want to thank my panel. Anand and Madhavan, do stay on with us as we catch up with you and other experts on the other side of this press conference. We take the debate forward. But for now, let's cut across live to the Congress briefing.
खड़े हैं, आप भी कृपया अगर बैठ जाएं। मैं एक बार फिर कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्री राहुल गांधी जी का बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करता हूं। कृपया आपको शांति का ध्यान तो थोड़ा दान करना पड़ेगा और आप कृपया बैठ जाएं। आप सबसे वरिष्ठ फोटो जर्नलिस्ट हैं, आपको तो जरूर बैठना पड़ेगा और हमारे बुजुर्ग भी हैं। धन्यवाद। दोस्तों, प्रजातंत्र की जो आज जीत हुई उस पर एक संक्षिप्त वक्तव्य देने के लिए कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष और हम सब के नेता राहुल जी आपके बीच में हैं। कृपया शांति का दान रखिए। आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी।
Good afternoon. How are you? Always. Did you notice that after the entire exercise in the Vidhan Sabha in Karnataka, the BJP legislators and the speaker chose to get up and leave the house before the national anthem? Did you notice that? Right? You all noticed that. And in a way, this is what we are fighting today. The idea that you can rubbish every single institution in this country, you can disrespect anybody in this country simply because you happen to be in power. And this is something that the BJP does and the RSS does again and again and again. There is no institution in this country that is worthy of the respect of the Prime Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, and the RSS. And they believe that every single institution can be destroyed and stepped upon by them. They disrespect the mandate of the people of Karnataka. They disrespect the mandate of the people of Goa. They disrespect the mandate of the people of Manipur, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. And I'm very proud to say that they have been shown that in India, power is not everything. In India, money is not everything. In India, corruption is not everything. In India, the will of the people is everything. And I would like to give my best wishes to the people of Karnataka, thank the people of Karnataka, give my best wishes to all our party members, all our party leaders, my best wishes to Mr. Deve Gowda, his party members and leaders for defending what is much more than simply the election of Karnataka. They have explained to the people, and we have explained to the people in the BJP and the RSS, that there are limits to your arrogance, there are limits to how you are trying to run this country. And I hope the BJP and the RSS learn a lesson from this, that the institutions of this country, the will of the people of this country, cannot be disrespected. I also would like to tell my media friends that you have seen openly right in front of you, and especially youngsters in this country, you have seen openly right in front of you how the Prime Minister has authorized, directly authorized, the buying, purchasing of MLAs in Karnataka from our party and from the JDS. So the idea that Mr. Prime Minister spreads around the country that he is fighting corruption is a blatant lie. He is corruption. He is doing everything to subvert this nation, and he is doing it across the board. There are phone conversations of MLAs being attempted to be purchased by the BJP, and that is directly authorized from Delhi. So this is what I wanted to tell you. I am very proud that the opposition has stood together and defeated the BJP, and we will continue to do so. थोड़ा मैं हिंदी में बोल देता हूं. देश की जनता ने टेलीविजन पे देखा कि कर्नाटक की विधानसभा में नेशनल एंथम होने से पहले, बजने से पहले बीजेपी के जो मेंबर्स थे, स्पीकर थे, वो उठ के चले गए. ये उनकी एक निशान है कि वो हिंदुस्तान के किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन को, चाहे वो पार्लियामेंट हो, विधानसभा हो, सुप्रीम कोर्ट हो, किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन की इज्जत नहीं रखते हैं. और मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई है कि आज बीजेपी को, प्रधानमंत्री जी को, मर्डर अक्यूज्ड अमित शाह जी को देश ने दिखाया है कि इस देश के इंस्टीट्यूशंस आपसे बड़े हैं, आपके पैसे से बड़े हैं, आपके पावर से बड़े हैं. खुलेआम प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, अमित शाह जी ने कांग्रेस पार्टी और जनता दल के लेजिस्लेटर्स, एमएलएस को खरीदने की कोशिश की है. टेप रिकॉर्डिंग्स सबके सामने है. प्रधानमंत्री जी भ्रष्टाचार की बात करते हैं, मगर सच्चाई है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी भ्रष्टाचार को बढ़ा रहे हैं और एक प्रकार से प्रधानमंत्री भ्रष्टाचार हैं. मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता, कार्यकर्ता, जेडीएस के नेता देव गौड़ा जी, उनके कार्यकर्ता और कर्नाटका की जनता को धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं. सब एक साथ मिलकर खड़े हुए और ये जो लोकतंत्र पे आक्रमण था, जो पूरे देश में हो रहा है, सब जगह हो रहा है, इसको यहां पे कर्नाटक में रोका गया है. और मैं और सब ऑपोजिशन के लीडर मिलकर आपको कहते हैं कि बीजेपी को, आरएसएस को हम रोकेंगे. जो ये देश के इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के साथ कर रहे हैं, इसको हम रोकेंगे और देश में जो हिंदुस्तान की जनता की आवाज है, उसकी हम रक्षा करेंगे. आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. भैया एक एक करके प्लीज. I can't do it like this.
If you all speak together, then we will not be able to take any questions. So let me start with the PTI, Sajeev from PTI.
my message to the Prime Minister is that the Prime Minister is not bigger than India. The Prime Minister is not bigger than the people of India. The Prime Minister is not bigger than the Supreme Court. The Prime Minister is not bigger than the members of Parliament and the Vidhan Sabha. And the Prime Minister needs to stop thinking that he is bigger than every single institution in this country. The Prime Minister needs to understand that he has been chosen by this country to lead this country, but also to respect the institutions of this country. I am doubtful that the Prime Minister will understand that, because he has been trained throughout his life by the RSS never to respect any other institution except the RSS. But that is the message that not me, but the people of Karnataka and the people of India have given to the Prime Minister.
Ashok Singhal.
देखिए, कर्नाटक में हमने कर्नाटक की जनता की आवाज की रक्षा की है। अगर बीजेपी को फुल मेजॉरिटी होती, हम बीजेपी को सरकार बनाने देते। मगर सच्चाई है कि बीजेपी के पास कर्नाटक की जनता का सपोर्ट नहीं है। अगर आप हमारे एमएलएस, जेडीएस और हमारे एमएलएस को जोड़ें, सरकार हमारी बनती है। दूसरी बात, अगर आप टोटल वोट को जोड़ें, जिन लोगों ने हमारा समर्थन किया है, जेडीएस का समर्थन किया, तो कंपैरिजन ही नहीं है। तो हमने यहां पे कर्नाटक की जनता की आवाज की रक्षा की है, और हम हर प्रदेश की जनता की आवाज की रक्षा करेंगे। जहां भी हमें लगेगा कि बीजेपी लोकतंत्र पे आक्रमण कर रहा है, इंस्टीट्यूशंस पे आक्रमण कर रहा है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट पे आक्रमण करना है, वहां आपको कांग्रेस पार्टी दिखाई देगी, और हम इस देश के इंस्टीट्यूशंस, इस देश की जनता की आवाज की रक्षा करेंगे।
Karthikeya from Vion. Sir, you can't. Sir, you will have to have discipline of
नहीं,
the.
इसका ये मतलब नहीं है। इसका मतलब ये है कि हम सब मिलकर, ऑपोजिशन मिलकर, कोऑर्डिनेट कर बीजेपी को हराएगा। इसका ये मतलब है। No, that's not a question you're asking me. That's a statement you're making. And I know that is what is in your heart. You know that. Every single other person in the country knows that. This is not a question anymore. A question is something that people are looking for an answer for. The answer is very, very clear. This is a statement you're making, and I fully support your statement. The BJP is 100% attacking every single institution of this country, including, my friend, you. It is also attacking all of you. Now, unfortunately, well, fortunately, some of you are very brave, and you take them on. And I'm very proud of you for that. And unfortunately, some of you need a little bit of maybe support from us or a little push from us to attack them. But everybody in this country knows that the Prime Minister's model of leadership is not that of a democratic person, it is that of a dictator. Everybody knows that. You know that, I know that. Supreme Court knows that. Even the Prime Minister knows that.
Last question, please.
I'm not a casteist. I don't believe in untouchability. That idea I just don't believe in. No. That's the philosophy. The philosophy of the RSS, right? The basic idea behind the RSS is that they should capture and control every single institution in this country. That is the basic idea, and that is what we are fighting. And everybody is feeling it. Women are feeling it. The press is feeling it. The Supreme Court is feeling it. The opposition is feeling it. Why? Even Mr. Narendra Modi's MPs and MLAs are feeling it. So it's a very clear thing. And that is what we are fighting. We will continue to fight. As I said earlier, we are going to work with the opposition to defeat the BJP. Okay. Last question.
Mithilesh, last question there.
It is a bigger issue. Whether the governor should resign or not, that is one issue. But there is a bigger issue. The bigger issue is that there is no institution in this country that is immune today from the assault of the RSS. There is no institution. The governor, with all due respect, has no choice. Even if you were to say, make the governor resign and replace him with a new man, that man will behave the same way this man behaves. It is because he has no power anymore. The power is now completely controlled by the Prime Minister and by the RSS. So yes, it's a good idea if he resigns. But I can guarantee you that under the BJP regime, the next man will do exactly the same thing. That's the point. Thank you.